So here we are at the end of the access trail to Belter's campsite. The sign is actually pointing south. So if you're northbound, it's hard to miss, but if you're southbound, you could walk by it. But it's like less than 1/10 of a mile from Belter's Bump. And if you were southbound, you just would have been there. So you can find it that way. Anyway, there's a map, and this one is low as opposed to 8 or 10 feet in the air, so we'll have no trouble reading it. Let's take a look. So we are here where the access trail goes off. The spring is actually south on the AT a little bit and off to the side, and we'll take a look at that. And then up here, there are the most popular number, it seems. There are 4 campsites and a privy. If there's a wash pit, it's not noted here. I'm guessing there is one up there someplace. So, helpfully noted, to the south, Sharon Mountain Campsite is 2.8 miles. And to the north, Limestone Shelter is 7.1 miles. And there's a place called Belter's Bump that's right here adjacent to the campsite. And it's not a great view, but we'll take a look. Behind me, I hope you can see, is the spring that is the water source for Belter's campsite. There's not a lot to it, obviously. There's a little bit of a trickle of a flow, but it is flowing, and there's no note in the guidebook that it's unreliable, and there is quite a bit of upslope real estate that can serve as the watershed. So perhaps it's a reliable year-round water source. Anyway, I'm going to filter a little water out of it because I need some. Well, the sign on the tree there says 1. So this is tent site number 1. And there's one pretty good tent site, it looks like to me. And people have squeezed in over in this area, it seems. So not a huge amount of room. And nothing for a hammock. The trees are either too close or too far apart. Well, apparently this spot is tent site number 2. Certainly not very large. So I'd say probably can't get more than 1 tent in there. And again, absolutely nothing for a hammock. Well, this area is tent site number 3. And hard to say exactly where in here the tent site is. There's a couple good locations. The most common or often used one, I'm guessing, is right up there, which is nice. It's a little higher. Certainly there are places in here where a tent could go. Not much for a hammock. There's a possibility between this tree, multi-fork tree, and that big guy over there, if you've got a tree strap long enough. The spacing is right between this little guy and that big guy, except for the fact that that big guy is quite dead. So that's probably not a good idea. And back in here is a wonderful area that probably has several trees that are spaced appropriately for hanging a hammock. But unfortunately, it's been posted as a reforestation area, and you should stay out. Oh well. Continuing along the main access trail, we find our inevitable wash pit. And then we come to campsite number 4, which is kind of larger than most of the others, and does look like it has a couple of spots that could support a hammock. Not optimally spaced, but when are they? So it's not exactly level for the most part, but it doesn't have much of a pitch and doesn't seem to have much in the way of roots or rocks. And there's a bit more over here. And here at the very end of the access trail is one of our chum privies. Even has its own little blue blaze on it. Don't know if that comes out. So you can tell you have arrived at your destination. Signs supplied by the Department of Redundancy Department. And from campsite 4, this path will take you up to Belter's Bump, which is also on the AT. And here's the view from Belter's Bump. It's not a great view, but views are scarce in this area. But it's a pleasant area, you know, kind of grassy and rocky. So you can come sit here and enjoy the sun if it's that kind of day. And the Appalachian Trail north goes that way, and of course the other way is south. So that was Belter's campsite. I hope you found that useful. Thanks for watching.